I point blank refuse to watch The Fox and the Hound. I just do it. I don't watch animal Disney films anymore, unless it's one I haven't seen, because I cry at them and I don't like crying at films. But I decided to watch The Fox and the Hound too because I hadn't seen it, and I'm really pleased to say that it's not that emotional. There are a few moments where a few characters make sad faces and it tugs at my heartstrings, but it's not that emotional, and quite frankly, compared to The Fox and the Hound, it's not very good. And I know sequels usually aren't, particularly if they're straight to video, which I believe this one was. But I just feel like the narrative itself wasn't very exciting. But if you want to enjoy the animation of Todd and Copper without crying at the original, this one's probably a good contender. Directed by Jim Kammerud, released in 2006, and stars pretty great voice cast. Reba McEntire as Dixie, Vicki Lawrence as Granny Rose, which is absolutely brilliant, brilliant character. Of course, Jim Cummings does additional voices, and Patrick Swayze also voices Cash. The narrative itself obviously focuses on the beloved Todd and Copper, who are two of my favourite Disney animals, and it's just a shame that their story is so heartbreaking, also very sweet. But this is set, how do I say this without spoiling the first film, on the off chance you haven't seen it? This is set before the emotional aspect of the first film, put it that way. And they both go off to this performance, and Copper has the opportunity to perform with these dog howlers and, receive thunderous applause and be appreciated and be loved. But that would leave Todd behind, and it's putting their friendship to the test. And it is a story of friendship and loyalty, and it is absolutely beautiful. And the narrative itself is quite dull. I genuinely didn't care about these dog howlers. I thought it was a very odd choice of narrative. They could have done this message in a lot of different ways. The other dog characters I did like. There's this female dog whose name I can't remember, but you'll know exactly who I mean when you see her. She looks like she's been lifted out of Oliver and Co. There's a dog with a very similar illustration design to her in Oliver, and I love that. I think she looks beautiful. But the story of friendship is something that could only work this well with Fox and the Hound, because that is what the story is about. The original film is about the friendship between two unlikely individuals, a fox and a hunting dog. I'm a hunting dog. I'm pretty sure that's a quote from the first film. Honestly, it breaks my heart so much. I can't watch it. But I was pleased to watch this one because I love especially Copper. I love Copper's big droopy eyes. I think he is so gorgeous. The animation design for both of them is beautiful, and credit to this film that maintains throughout. The animation style is as gorgeous as you would expect. I thoroughly enjoyed that side of it. The narrative is not that great, but I really liked the message about friendship, because that's exactly what Todd and Copper represent. If you like the characters, absolutely give this a watch. It's a nice way of being able to enjoy their story without having to cry buckets. If for whatever reason you're not a fan of the first film, not just because of how emotional it is, but you're just not that bothered about Todd or Copper, you're probably not going to get anything out of this one, which is fair enough. It's not going to be for everybody. The quality of the narrative is nowhere near as strong as it is in the first film, but I have to say, it's nice to enjoy their beautiful message of friendship without having to break down in tears.